What's up, Killjoys? Anarchy tuning in here before we get into this broadcast. As you probably realize, these are older broadcasts back from when we first started. They are a great place to start listening or catch up. But the only issue is that back then we were new to the game and had no clue how far BLI's reach was. So we just threw any song that tickled our fancy into the mix. But some of them were owned by BLI, making it a big old pain to get up on things like YouTube. So what we've done for the episodes where we weren't smart enough to use music that BLI didn't control is we've just cut the music out. Bummer, I know, but don't worry. Luckily, it only took us till broadcast 8 to figure it out, so that's where the rocking tunes return. Alternatively, if you would rather listen to the broadcast with the tunes, and I don't blame you, the links to where you can will be in the description. Keep it rockin', Killjoys, and on to the broadcast.
Good morning, Joys. The sun is hot and the sand is fine. I'm Sunshine Soldier, and if you're catching our frequency, that means you caught us here at 000 The Static, just in time to join us on a little road trip. With Coyote Crew HQ standing strong and secure, thanks to Anarchy's booby traps, we can afford to hit the road. And with us spending the last few weeks all cooped up together, it's about time to get some fresh air before any of us goes all Costa Rica on the rest of the crew. We also have a destination in mind. We received words from our friends in the Crankshaft gang last night that their machine shop was being raided by some Dracs. They're laying on the down low and sent out an all hands for some help.
So we're on our way to blasting the bits. I'm Agent Anarchy, and we're about to steer you along with our adventure to liberate the Cranks. And I swear, if I have to reprogram one more circuit board or gut another speaker for parts when we get back, I am going to lose my mind. So strap in tight, motor babies. We're blowing off some steam and going full throttle on this one. Hey, Sunshine, can I drive?
No? You don't even know how to drive.
Well, I would if you taught me.
Okay, how about when we get back, me and Shadow will take some time and we can go out and...
While those two figure out who's driving, I'll steal the mic and get this party on the road. This is Dreamcatcher Grenade, and I'll spin our first track for you. We got a hot 80s pop rock playlist all queued up for you, motor babies. This first one was requested by a sunspot called Neurotic Angel. Get ready for We Will Rock You by Queen.
I hope you Desert Beauties enjoyed that throwback to one of the greatest bands of all time, because there was more hot hits where that came from. Speaking of hot, as always, it's boiling out here in the zones, and a certain sector of Zone 2 just got damn near radioactive. Some high-flying joys must have been thinking down and dirty in their bag of tricks if they caught our last broadcast on the waves. It seems some joys got the bright idea to light up the night sky by blowing up the BLI medication factory in Zone 2. And don't get me wrong here, I love a big bad kaboom just as much as the next joy, but there's a kickback to this one, stronger than the jerk of a ray gun. That place was the place manufacturing the no-go danger bombs called Ravencroft, so the good news is that those bite-sized bits will slow to a trickle, and hopefully disappear from the zones. The bad news is there must have been other chemicals brewing in that lab, blowing the place sky high, left all those chemicals up in the air, and now they've been raining back down. There's been occasional acid rain in Zone 2 for as long as there's been zones, but now it's coming down hard and constantly. 10 out of 10 would recommend steering clear of Zone 2 for more than just a hot minute.
And if you're looking for somewhere to steer your cruiser, the Whipkicks with their oil refinery in Zone 1 could use a helping hand. If you remember what Anarchy said in one of our earlier broadcasts, then you remember the Whipkicks. They are some tough cookies who are running an oil refinery and giving out free gas to any and all joys passing by. Trouble is, some love rebels from another and are keeping all the gas for themselves. Out here in the zones, we're all on different sides from Costa Rica to Kalamazoo, but taking the refinery from the Whips is all kinds of wrong. If you got the ray guns to spare and time to kill, the Whips would love a hand getting their place back. But if they're not in a fighting mood or physical disposition to help, Tommy Chomaine might have something that can help you. Word on the wind is that slimy salesman just got a whole shipment of medical wares from the city. How trustworthy is the man, and how much will he sell them to you? I'm convinced that it depends on the mood he's in. Anyway, this is still good news. Top of the line and freshly smuggled, Mr. Chomaine has all the bandages, crutches, and antiseptic a joy could need. You might want to hurry on along though, because those hot commodities will dry up faster than water on the desert dirt. We've pinned you another tune for your trip to Tommy's shop, another wild one called Let's Go to Bed by The Cure.
We hope that you joys enjoyed that trip down memory lane, and during the break, I told Shadow to take the wheel so I could bring you some news from the city. To start things off, we have some spicy news that there was a small droid riot in a porno droid club in the Watts district of the city. In true homage to our rebel brothers and sisters of the past, the droids sang Viva la Revolucion and threw all Scarecrow and BLI personnel out of the club one fateful evening. They built a barricade out of bar stools and mic stands against the door to keep all humans out of the club. It was a plan just as off the walls as any showdown the Fab Four ever staged, but unfortunately for the droids,
Sorry to interrupt, Sunshine, but we just got a transmission in from our dear Death Harmonic and Triplicate. For our dear listeners who need a quick catch-up, last we heard these motor babies were hitchhiking it into the city. Now it sounds like they were the ones who dumped a ticking time bomb of rockin' music in the form of a boombox, blasting some classic tunes in the middle of the city. The box sent sounds through the city for a whole 7 hours. It sounds like they're sending out their own message, and we were just able to pick up some waves from them. Here it is.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Are we on the waves? I sure hope so. This is Death Harmonic
and Triplicate, and we're sending out an AKC, all Killjoys called. Here in Bat City, we're starting fires and not providing water.
If you heard about that stunt we pulled with the boombox in Central Square, then you already know our work. We're calling all Killjoys who are able to hightail it to the city and help us make it all Costa Rica for anyone repping the BLI white.
We're bringing music to the Bat City, and we need all Killjoys, Juvie Hall punks, and anyone off their rocker to lend a hand to help out. If you're zone-based and coming in hot to lend a hand, find some punks in the lobby district, and they'll know where to send you.
The plan is to paint the town red and color the air with music, so come with your masks on and your boots strapped tight. We can't keep this signal clear for much longer, so you joys better hurry along now.
And don't forget to keep running.
You heard him, Killjoys. This is our chance for us to remind those bastards that we Killjoys are as strong as ever. If we weren't already en route to help out the cranks, we'd be hightailing it to the city ourselves. But now we're catching sight of some Dracs that need blasting and friends who need saving. Anarchy, you better have those whiz-bang bombs at the ready.
Oh, you know it.
And Banshee, Dreamcatcher, you're on blaster detail. Shadow, keep the cruiser steady, and I'll leave you joys with another tune while we're blasting off. It's called Rebel Rebel by David Bowie. Wow, Killjoys, that really was a clap for the books. We came in hotter than a Mad Gear and Missile Kid track, with Anarchy starting us off strong with those pop rocket grenades. After that, it was all downhill from there. We left those Dracs ghosted in the dust, and the Scarecrows with legs left are hightailing it for the hills. We're a little banged up, but nothing Shadow can't fix up.
And the Crankshaft Gang are all safe once again thanks to the Coyote Crew. One more drag unit down and many more to go. We'll take down as many as we need to keep the zones free from... I need to sit down. Shadow, will you come take a look at my leg?
If you don't end a clap with the Drax with some bumps and bruises, did you even really raise your ray gun? Well, we're gonna take more than a hot minute to put ourselves back together, so I'll sign off from this broadcast. I'm Agent Anarchy.
I'm Dreamcatcher Grenade.
This is Sunshine Soldier, and we got Banshee Strike chilling in the back seat and Shadow Crystal playing medic. And we're gonna send you joys off with one more snap, crackle, pop rock hit. Rocket Man by Elton John.